So I'm Gitte Buje. I'm a lecturer at Business Academy Aarhus and the CEO of MarketWise, which is my own consultancy company. I'm doing consultancy both in terms of communication but also in terms of innovation. These days, since I'm a full-time educator, it's not my main occupation, but I like to do, I still like to work in my company to also keep a feeling for what's happening out there. And also, like entrepreneurship, it's not like you forget it, it's a little bit like riding a bike, but you learn new things by each project that you do. I think it was way back in 1999 or 2000, maybe, around that, where I had been working in the advertising agency world for years and years, and then I became pregnant and I was going to have my daughter. And also the company that I had been working in up until then suddenly went bankrupt. So I was pregnant, no job, all of this going on. But I gave birth and everything was fine. And then a friend of mine, he was working as a freelancer. So he said, why don't you do the same, And I said, yeah, why not? So from getting that idea on the Friday, on the Monday I had my first client, which was an agency, and then I just started working. So my daughter had to go to kindergarten at 10 months. So my sister actually came along to help look after her. And that was really awesome because my sister got to really get to know my daughter a lot, and I got to start my business with a good conscience. I always knew I wanted to start my own company at some point. So the pregnancy and the loss of the job was just a trigger for something that I might have done at another point, but now it just happened now. So I think I had this, when you've been in an industry for a long while and you've learned ways of doing things, but also ways that you thought weren't working, now was the opportunity to try it out on your own, because you can complain about others, but if you can't do it yourself, then stop complaining. I think for me it's a little bit what I said before, that when it's your own company, there's only you to blame, kind of thing. But so you set the framework, you do the work, but you reap the benefits, but also the challenges that you learn from. So it's kind of nice. I think when I started out freelancing, after I'd done that for a couple of years, I started missing colleagues. So that's actually also what prompted me to create an agency of my own rather than just doing freelancing, because I really missed that. And it's possible to combine, but there's a big difference of being a freelancer and then being a CEO in an agency, because suddenly you have all these other hats on apart from doing concept development and talking with clients and stuff like that. So it's also it's a big juggle when you move from one to the other. Who said I stumbled? I think a major thing for me was in terms of employees and being disappointed of behavior that I didn't think about. When I had my agency, I just didn't think about leadership as something I needed to learn. So looking back on it, I can see that I made a lot of mistakes in, just assuming that people knew what to do and what was the strategy and all these things. So I learned the hard way that when you become a leader for X number of people, that you really have to step up and take that job seriously. So it's not like you can have leadership on the side. You really have to make sure you have time enough in your day for the people who work for you, so that you're accessible and stuff like that. And that I had to learn the hard way. I think back then I just went for it without giving it too much thought, and I would say good job, because if you give it too much thought, I think you lose that kind of energy and passion and whatever, or you don't necessarily lose it, but there's a risk of losing that. I think for me, entrepreneurship is a lot about really wanting something and then going for it, because when you have clients, they can feel that. They can feel whether you're just doing this for the money or you're actually doing something you love. And when you're doing something you love, people get engaged, and so it's a good circle. I think the biggest help was finding the right people to work with, when I was freelancing, finding colleagues somehow, not within my own company, but otherwise that kind of shared the same values that I do, who were into delivering the same kind of quality that I was. Being lucky to find those people makes a lot of difference in terms of your motivation. That if you want to deliver good work, you need good people to work with. So I've been fortunate to have been able to find those people.